Hi guys, this is Ludovico, your old friend and your beloved teacher of If I Can Tell. And of course, for the rest of the lesson, I'm going to be talking to you only in English. So I really want you to listen closely to this video here. So, okay, what we are going to do in this video is to have a review of what we did in previous lesson. This is very important in order to check what you did so far. So, I really wanted you to take a look at what is showing next, and so that we can check and revise and review everything that we did so far. Let's go. Okay, this is the first document that you've just seen and you have worked on, and this is in your free time. I decided to take this particular lesson because I really wanted you to, dive and check whether you knew what a grammar and present simple is, along with verbs of frequency. These are very important whenever we want to talk about the frequency in which or by which we do the activities like every day. This is very important, totally very important. In English, it's very commonly used to say when we do things, especially when we talk about the present simple tense. So as you can see here, we have verbs of frequency, which of course, in order to remind you, we have always, sometimes, often, never, which is like my, and then we have just not very often, which goes along with a negative verb. Like for example, I can say, I don't often go to cinema, and that's the perfect sentence to say that you don't often go or not often you go somewhere. So this is very, very important. So, okay, you can find these words, especially the verbs of frequency, into this particular exercise here, in which you can find always, every day, sometimes, and 3 times a week. These, as you might recall, come potrete ricordare, maybe you know that the difference between a single word sentence, a single word phrase, is different from a or multi-word phrase. Possiamo usare delle espressioni fatte da una sola parola, chiamata appunto avverbio di frequenza, or espressione di frequenza, which is a frequency phrase, or sentence, or elements. In italiano, locuzione avverbiale. So, if you remember properly, you should remember also that the grammar, the verbs of frequency, goes in between, va in mezzo, between the subject and the main verb, il verbo principale. All verbs, but except for to be verb, eccetto il verbo essere. Like I can say, I always play football with my friends, which is different. I am often in the field. Io sono spesso nel campo. So this is kind of different. When it comes to the locuzioni, of course, they go either at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Queste possono andare o all'inizio o alla fine della frase. So, 3 times a week, I go to the beach with my friends. Or, I go to the beach 3 times a week. So, either at the end, either at the beginning, or at the end of the sentence. So, let's go to the next lesson that we did. Sorry for this thing, it's a mistake. And now we have a lesson about have you got. Have you got, as you might remember, it's a particular lesson, it's a particular verb that is used to express possession. Whenever you want to express some possession, you have to use the verb have got. As you might remember, come potreste ricordare, have got has to be conjugated, deve essere coniugato così. I have got, you have got, he, she, it has got, we have got, you have got, they have got. Seguito, of course, followed by the noun you want to possess. Seguito dal sostantivo che veramente voi possedete. So, for example, I have got a book. I have got a phone. I have got a set of screwdrivers. I have a joystick, or whatever it comes to my mind. I've got a computer. Of course. So, whenever you want to make a question, you have to remember that you have to put the have before the subject, becoming, diventando. Have I got? Have you got? Has he, she, it got? Have we got? Have you got? Or have they got? Of course, this is very important because you have to remember each passage before you make the sentence. Dovete chiaramente ricordare ogni passaggio prima di fare la domanda. It's very important to remember. It's definitely very, very important. Okay, let's go to the negative sentence, which is not here in this particular exercise, but in this particular text, which, of course, I want to show you how to make all the exercises which are included in your text. So the point is in here is that basically whenever you're doing or when it happens, quando succede, that you want, for example, to, I don't know, make the negative form, per fare la forma negativa, of course it's very important. I'm also checking the time, so it's just 10 minutes long this video will be, so no problem whatsoever, you won't find any problem. Il video durerà un massimo di 10 minuti, and I hope it will be pleasant for you, it will be pleasant for you to watch this video. Spero che sarà piacevole per voi vedere questo video, also because I'll be adding some music maybe in the background, so that it will be really awesome to watch this. And, okay, so let's continue. For the negative form, we're going to say I haven't got, you haven't got, he, she, it hasn't got, we haven't got, they haven't got. Okay, so I want to remind you one thing which will be all throughout your lessons. Voglio ricordarvi qualcosa che sarà tutto attraverso le nostre lezioni. Always remember that your exam will be divided into 4 parts. This is very important. Questo è davvero molto importante perché il vostro esame sarà diviso in 4 sezioni. We have a reading part up on top here, I think you can see, and we have a writing part, so it's 2 of the 4, and then we have also, which is not here of course because I didn't want to send you the picture, about speaking and listening. Speaking and listening activities of course can be pretty difficult for all learners, so don't worry if you find some problems in working your way through the speaking and listening. Ovviamente non fatevi problemi, la parte di speaking and listening può essere abbastanza difficile per tutti gli studenti. Ci vuole molta pratica e molto allenamento per riuscire a masterare le abilità di listening and speaking. Sorry for the verb, scusatemi per il verbo masterare, but it comes from the English word to master. Deriva dalla parola inglese to master, cioè possedere, gestire l'abilità di, to master. It's very important. So, okay, in your exercise you find all different forms of have to, have got or haven't got, which is used for possession. You can only use have got for possessions. I want to remind another thing, voglio ricordare un'altra cosa. Have without got, so a normal have verb, can also mean fare, può anche significare fare, like in the case of have breakfast, or have a shower, or have a dinner, or have a walk. Nel caso di fare doccia, fare pranzo, fare colazione, fare cena e doccia, of course, you will use the verb to have, which is very important to remind. Of course, along with activities concerning reading and writing, you will also find some activities about vocabulary, which is very important. So I guess you should read the text and answer the questions. So quindi è importante imparare a leggere il testo e rispondere alle domande che vengono insieme. In order to sum up, okay, we are some other verbs. I want to put you particular attention at these words here. Vorrei che voi faceste particolare attenzione a queste parole. Above, along, between, in, on, out of, and to. Okay, all of these verbs mean above, sopra, without any contact, senza nessun contatto. Voglio ricordare che appunto c'è la parola on. If I put the keys, okay, the keys are on the book because they touch each other, perché si toccano. Okay? While above is something above. For example, above me, there's the ceiling. Sopra di me c'è il soffitto. But there's no contact, hopefully. Non c'è contatto, fortunatamente. Along, lungo. Imagine you have walking along the coast. Immaginate che state camminando lungo la costa. That's the word you're using. Questa è la parola che voi userete. Along the road, along the coast, along the buildings, lungo le costruzioni, lungo le strade, lungo la spiaggia. Between, in mezzo. Definitely in mezzo. Fra due oggetti. So, for example, I am between the rest of the room and the computer. Sono in mezzo fra il resto della stanza e il computer. So, in mezzo a due cose. In, of course, inside, all'interno. You can say in the room, dentro la stanza, or you can also say inside the room. They have the same meaning. They have exactly the same meaning. Out of, fuori di. You can also say outside, which has the same meaning, basically. So you can say, I'm out of the room, or you can say outside the room, without of. To, instead, to invece, significa verso. Quindi, whenever you're moving, con tutti i verbi di movimento, come detto 100 volte, of course you go to the room. Andate nella stanza. Anche se in italiano pensate nella o alla, it's always to in English. Always to. Okay, that's it. We got also some exercises, and they are about the present simple. So make sure to do the exercises properly. So remember, subject and verb for affirmative form. Negative form, subject, don't or doesn't, depending on the person, and the verb base, the base form for the verb. And for the question form, la forma di domanda, do or does, subject, and then at the end, the verb. That's it. No other thing No other things included, just have to remember this basic rule. So, okay, because we are already at 10 minutes of this video, I want to close it and, okay, I want to stop here and to talk about do you like and would you like. The only difference for this is do you like, it's something that already happens, è qualcosa che già succede. Whilst would you like, mentre would you like sarebbe vorresti, qualcosa che deve ancora succedere. Per esempio, vorresti una tazza di tè. Would you like a cup of coffee or would you like a cup of tea? That's it. No other difference. And these both can be used in whichever situation. Queste possono essere usate in qualsiasi situazione. Do you like, io sto chiedendo a un'amica mia, per esempio, se piace mangiare al ristorante. Do you like eating out at restaurants? Molto importante, dopo il like, verbo la forma in ing. Would you like to eat in a restaurant? Remember, it's very important to use to. Dopo would you like to, non ci sarà forma ing, no forma ing, avrete praticamente would you like to eat out in a restaurant? Okay? So we got some other vocabulary. You can also use the dictionary whenever you need to. Potete usare il dizionario quando non capite una parola. You can use your digital dictionary, your phone, or a physical dictionary. No problem. You can use whichever source. You read this text here and you answer these questions down here. Okay, so that's basically it. In 11 minutes and 20 seconds, I want to wish you a good lesson. Have a good, of course, a good experience of this course whatsoever, no matter what. Voglio che voi vi divertiate e facciate gli esercizi al meglio che potete. So this is my best video so far, and I'll be posting another video for the next lesson. Okay? Goodbye, and thank you very much.